Good evening. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, yeah. This video is going to be my review of WWE Crown Jewel. Yeah. Got quite a bit to talk about here. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a very interesting one. But without further ado, let's get started. So, Crown Jewel was today, November 4th, at the Mohammed Abdu Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I don't know if I said that correctly. Please forgive me if I said it incorrectly. But yeah, Crown Jewel back once again at the usual spot. We had a total of 8 matches, with one of them being the kickoff match, which we're getting ready to jump into. But let's get started. Okay, our kickoff match, our Crown Jewel kickoff match, was a singles match. We had Sami Zayn versus McDonagh. For the most part, this match was alright. This was pretty good. I have to say, did y'all see McDonagh's like rib area, like hip rib area? It was like bloody red. Like, I don't know what happened or what spot that was caused on, but his whole, like, lower, like, rib hip area, I think it was on his left side. It was bloody. It was, like, bloodied up and red. It looked like a big, nasty, bloody rash. It was weird. Like, I don't know what happened to how he got that, but it was pretty nasty looking. But hope he's okay. Definitely hope he's okay. But what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. It was back and forth for the most part, but there was no way Sami Zayn was gonna lose this. And sure enough, that was the case. Sami Zayn puts away McDonagh pretty much a combo style. Had the exploder in the corner, followed up by the haluva kick, and then finished him off with a blue thunder bomb to put him away for the 1-2-3. Sami Zayn, your winner in the kickoff match. Like I said, no shocker there. No shocker there. Okay. They started off the main card in a rather big fashion. In a very big fashion. Check it out. They started off the main card with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. As the champion, Seth Freakin Rollins defended against Drew McIntyre. Now, I have to say, this was a solid match between both of these competitors. I mean, definitely I felt like what I expected happened between these two. Like I said, very solid match. Really could have gone either way. And they used, their best signature moves and such. I did like the spot where after Seth's missed Phoenix Splash attempt, he ate a Claymore. I really liked that sequence. That sequence was really cool. But, I have to say, it was quite a hard-hitting back-and-forth match between these two greats. But when it was all said and done, after a missed Claymore opportunity, Seth Rollins was able to eventually follow up on Drew McIntyre and finished him off with a pedigree curb stomp combo. He hit the pedigree and then hit him with one more curb stomp and then pinned him for the 1-2-3. And Seth Freakin Rollins is still your World Heavyweight Champion. And Drew looked pretty pissed. And he just looked super defeated. And then out come Damian Priest, who tried to cash in on Seth Rollins, but Sami Zayn shows up in a hood and everything and takes the Money in the Bank briefcase from Damian Priest and pretty much runs out with it. So he stole the briefcase. And you could see Seth Rollins was like, woo! So he lives to see another day and another thwarted cash-in attempt. But like I said, the bell never rang, so it wasn't official. But thanks to Sami Zayn, the cash-in could not happen. Okay. Next up, they showcased the women. Alright, for the next match, we had the Women's World Championship Fatal 5-Way match. We had the champion, Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley, taking on the 4 competitors of Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Zoey Stark. I have to say, this was a pretty solid match with all 5 of these ladies. I felt like all 5 of these ladies got a good dose of the action. Zoey. Shout out to Zoey Stark. I think she did a great job in this match, especially on a stage like this. I think she did a great job. You know, so shout out to Zoey. I like Zoey Stark. I've liked her ever since NXT. I like Zoey Stark. And especially with all the other wrestlers of the match that are mostly known for their power and striking ability. So, you know, I definitely look at Zoey as more of the technical high flyer speedsters type of wrestler. But this was a good solid match. All 5 of these ladies did great. Did really, really great. And it was quite an interesting finish to this match as Rhea got the pin on Shayna Baszler after hitting an avalanche riptide with Zoey Stark onto both Raquel Rodriguez and Shayna Baszler, because Raquel had tried to make the cover on Shayna, and that was when the avalanche riptide hit. Rhea cleared the bodies off and then covered Shayna herself. 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley, still your women's world champion. So, great match. Very interesting finish. Very interesting finish. But you know what? It was cool. It was cool. Alrighty. Next match. Now it kind of took a turn for the worse, if you ask me. Next up, we had the singles match. John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. Like I said, originally, I did not care about this match. I wasn't invested in this match at all. I mean, I saw it. It took Solo Sikoa to do like 20 Samoan spikes to put away John Cena. It was just like, what? Yeah. But Solo Sikoa beats John Cena at Crown Jewel after hitting 20 or 30 Samoan spikes. That's all I can really say. That's all I can really say. Because like I said, I didn't really care that much for this match. Anyway, before we finish the rest of the card, there's a quick word on the sponsor of the video, Game Beauty. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heatwave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alright, let's jump back into the rest of this card, and let's look at our next match. Oh, great. Well, here's the next match. This was for the WWE United States Championship. The champion, Rey Mysterio, defending against freaking Logan Paul. Okay, I'll go ahead and say this so that it clears up any thoughts that I have. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Yes, kudos to Logan Paul. He did save Rey Mysterio from a potential serious injury. Yes, I agree. When he caught him on that lion salt before his head hit the mat like it was going to go straight down, yes, Logan Paul did catch him before his head hit. So, yes, I agree. Kudos to Logan Paul on taking care of Rey Mysterio like that. I'll give him that. I will give him that. Hear me correctly and clearly. Yes, I give Logan Paul that. I give him the credit on that. But it still doesn't change the fact that I am not a fan of the fact that he won this match. He had one of his cronies pass him some brass knucks. Santos Escobar chased him off, got the brass knucks, tried to chase him off, but he left him on the freaking ring mat to where Logan Paul was still able to grab hold of him. He got hit with a 619, but as Rey Mysterio was going to follow up, springboard, gets decked with the brass knuckles, and Logan Paul makes the cover 1, 2, 3. And I cannot believe that I am willing to say this, but Logan Paul is the new WWE United States Champion. Yeah, y'all. That actually freaking happened. That actually freaking happened. We're talking about a title held by the greats of Terry Funk, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Ric Flair, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Sergeant Slaughter, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Sting, and now Logan Paul has been added to this list. I can imagine the internet broke when that 3 count was made. All of these many greats that have ever held this title, and now it is being held by the likes of Logan Paul. Let me say this one more time. I don't think y'all are getting it. I don't think y'all are getting it. With so many greats that I just named off, and even more that have ever held this championship, WWE United States Championship, despite the number of times it's been vacated here and there and whatever. So many greats have held this title. And now Logan Paul. Logan Paul is now the holder of this championship. Excuse me. Really? 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 And that potentially means another part-time competitor with a championship, just like Roman Reigns. I'm sorry, but that was garbage. That call was garbage. I don't care if it was at Crown Jewel. That call was garbage. That call was garbage. There's no convincing me otherwise. That call was garbage. Anyway, I'm moving on before I get really pissed off. Okay. Next match. We had the WWE Women's Championship on the line as the champion, Io Sky, defended against Bianca Belair. Now, this match was going all right. I mean, like I said, these two have faced each other plenty of times. But then eventually, Bayley came down to the ring, as I figured that was going to happen. I mean, I figured she was going to show up, even though they were quote-unquote barred from ringside or whatnot. We knew they were going to show up. So, Bayley showed up, was trying to distract Bianca Belair, and, when it came down to it, Bayley took some punishment from Bianca, for sure, and she was busy trying to fight off her and Io a few times. And then it got to the point where it looked like Bianca Belair had the upper hand, and it looked like she was going to seal the deal. She was just going to dispose of Bayley one last time by giving her the KOD through the announce table. And as she was going over to do that, Kairi Sane shows up, leaps over the barricade, rescues Bayley, hits the cutlass, that spinning back fist, on Bianca Belair. She eventually gets back into the ring to beat the 10 count, only to be hit by the over the moonsault by a perched up Io Sky that awaited patiently to put the final nail in the coffin. She hit the over the moonsault, pinned her for the 1, 2, 3. Io Sky is still your WWE Women's Champion, and Kairi Sane comes in to the ring, gives her a big hug. They hug each other. and the best friends, the Sky Pirates. That's right, I said it. The Sky Pirates of Kairi Sane and Io Sky have reunited. And Bayley was looking outside of the ring, shocked, confused. Now, let's not jump the gun here. Let's not jump the gun. I'm going to say this. Yes, Kairi Sane is back in the WWE. Great, awesome, cool. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If this does not lead to Bayley getting kicked out of Damage Control, or just Io and Kairi turning on her, or Io turning on her, if it does not lead to that, then Kairi's return was a bust. It's already bad enough that got no crowd reaction, because I don't even think the folks over there even knew who she was. I don't think anybody knew who she was. So, if this doesn't lead to them kicking Bayley out or turning on Bayley, then this move was a bust. Plain and simple as that. Because it makes no sense for Kairi to join Damage Control and be aligned with Bayley. Somebody that beat her down and took her out and wrote her off WWE when she left previously. It would not make any sense whatsoever. Period. So, what I feel that we have here, there's a couple of things. First, I think it's safe to say that Io Sky's loyalty will be tested. Right now, Io Sky is with Damage Control, and she's the only one in Damage Control with a championship. You know, she has the WWE Women's Championship. Now that Kairi Sane has returned and has aligned with her, who's her best friend, they go way back to Stardom. You know, they were also known as the Sky Pirates back in NXT. They were 2/3 of Freedom in Stardom. Now, I understand that Kairi didn't necessarily attack Bayley. She didn't attack Bayley. But at the same time, Bayley is the same woman who beat down Kairi and wrote her off back when Kairi was partnered with Asuka as the Kabuki Warriors, which was how Kairi got written off. The backstage beatdown from Bayley to Kairi. Yeah. Secondly, this is where Asuka comes in. This is where my thought of Asuka comes in. Now, Asuka pretty much has been a big sister to Kairi. I mean, ever since they were put together, she's been like the big sister to Kairi. And remember, as the Kabuki Warriors, they still hold the record for the longest reigning WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Now, I also understand Asuka has a lot of history with Io. I mean, as they were 2/3 of the stable Triple Tails, which was Asuka, Kana, Io Shirai, and Mio Shirai. You know, that was Triple Tails. They got a lot of history. I would feel that it would have to be conflicting for Asuka with this happening, being that lately she has been feuding with Io. But it's now the fact you throw in that Kairi Sane has reunited with Io. You know, that's her best friend. So, just a thought. Third, what I'm thinking that this could be, because apparently there's a rumor that there may be more members of Damage Control on the way. So if you include Kairi Sane, which, you know, I don't know if that's official, unofficial, but let's say you include Kairi Sane, you know, with her reuniting with Io. And if they were to kick out Bayley and potentially Dakota Kai, this could end up being something that I don't think WWE has ever experienced or had before. And that's an all Joshi stable. And I say this because what could potentially happen is Damage Control becomes an all Joshi stable where you'd have Kairi Sane, Io Sky, potentially Asuka, potentially Meiko Satomura, and a swerve could happen and Sari might end up returning. After all, it has been said that she is in negotiations to return to the U.S. The promotion wasn't said. Just a thought. But I don't think there's ever been an all Joshi stable ever in WWE or even WWF history. So, with Joshi starting to make more of a splash here in the U.S., especially with Spark, Skiban, Kitsune, and you got many of the indie promotions that showcase Joshi wrestlers. Maybe WWE might be diving into that to some degree through this. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen for sure. I'm just saying it could be a possibility. Especially now that you have 3 Joshis in the WWE right now with Asuka, Io Sky, and now a returning Kairi Sane. And then Meiko Satomura, which I believe she's still part of WWE. Now, the only alternative that I have to this is this could end up being Damage Control of Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Dakota Kai, and I could see potentially Tegan Nox reuniting with Dakota Kai as part of Team Kick. And like I said, I know that could be interesting because after all, Tegan Nox, Dakota Kai, they were pretty much on bad terms when they split. After all, Dakota Kai turned on her. But that's reuniting that I could see happen. Is that maybe Tegan Nox, they kick out Bayley, and we get Kairi, Io, Tegan, Dakota. So, just some thoughts. Just some thoughts on where I think they could go with this. And I would love to hear how everybody else feels about that. I would love to hear from y'all about that and get your thoughts. But let's finish the rest of this card. Alright. Alright, 2 more matches. Here we go. Alright, singles match. American Nightmare Cody versus Damian Priest of Judgment Day. I mean, to be honest, this match went pretty much how I thought it was going to go. A lot of shenanigans, a lot of interference. Judgment Day, you had JD McDonagh try to interfere. You had Finn Balor try to interfere. You had Dominic Mysterio try to interfere. Main event Jey Uso came out to, help kind of sort of even the odds. I mean, they were still outnumbered, but still. And that was pretty much the main turning point of the match. Even though Cody took his punishment from Damian Priest, he was determined to come out on top, which he did. And was able to pin Damian Priest after hitting him with not one, not two, but 3 crossroads to put him away. So, like I said, not surprised that was how that ended. I mean, it was another match that I just felt like, lots of shenanigans and interference, and that's what happened. So, but in the end, the face won. So, it's all cool. And then, oh, by the way, I didn't even mention this, but I'll go ahead and mention it. I really wasn't feeling the Miz TV segment. Miz, Grayson Waller, and that special guest, I think his name was Ibrahim. I forgot what his name was. I forgot how to say his name. But, yeah, I wasn't really feeling that segment. But I guess this is the beginning of a potential feud between Grayson Waller and The Miz. So, it makes sense, but I wasn't really feeling that segment. But that's just me. Just had to throw that in there so I made sure I wouldn't miss that. So, okay, now let's get to the main event. Main event came down to the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. As the champion, Roman Reigns defended against L.A. Knight. I mean, what can I say? I mean, I really had no specific expectations other than shenanigans, interference, and Roman Reigns winning. And that's pretty much what happened. I mean, Jimmy Uso showed up and pretty much helped out Roman. And, I mean, Roman eventually took it to LA Knight and was able to put him away with a spear and covered him for the 1, 2, 3. I mean, LA Knight gave it a great effort, I'll say that, but, I mean, he wasn't going to win that match. Let's keep it real. But Roman Reigns, once again, still your undisputed WWE Universal Champion. And like I said, there's no telling when he's going to finally lose that title. And it's like I said before, a part of me feels like he may end up surpassing Bruno Sammartino's record, which would be really, really ridiculous. And not only that, rumor is that Roman Reigns won't wrestle again until Royal Rumble. So, take that for what you will, but it looks like we're not going to see this title defended again until Royal Rumble. So, but anyway, that's Crown Jewel. Like I said, it was okay, but I think really the real downer was Logan Paul becoming United States champion. That was just, oh my God, that was nasty. But it's whatever. It's freaking stupid, but it's whatever. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out the link to Game Beauty. And let me know what y'all honestly thought of WWE Crown Jewel this year. Did you like it? What did you think of the matches? What did you think of the card? How do you feel about Logan Paul as the new WWE United States Champion? And especially let me know how y'all feel about Kairi Sane's return and just the thoughts that I had on potential scenarios. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.